My experience in life is that people who do not see themselves as above or below others live a virtuous life. No matter their status in life, they see themselves as equal to others because they value human relationships. And the reason why that happens is because they have an accurate view of themselves and they've got a healthy view of others, which makes them humble. So today in this video, I would just like to talk about the signs that you are a humble person, because humility is something that will take you far. It is a character trait that some people view as a weakness, but recent research has proven that humility is a strength and is something that progressive people have adopted and are continuing to adapt so that they can better their relationships, not only with themselves, but relationships with other people. Why is this important? We live in competitive spaces where people chase for accolades, chase for money, chase for status. But the question is, once you achieve those things that you want to achieve, who do you become at the end of the day? Do you remain steadfast to your values? Do you remain solid to the person that you are supposed to be? And let's just look at a few research that have just been conducted on the study of humility, because psychologists have started to take more interest in this study of the subject or the character of humility. And I'm just going to quote two researchers or researchers around the subject of humility. There's a research by Davis and Hugh who were measuring humility and its positive effects. And their study has shown that humility appears to strengthen social bonds, especially in important relationships that may experience conflict or where differences may threaten the security of the relationship. Another study by Nielsen and Marone, and they were looking at humility within the context of organizations. And they found that humility brings a pro-relational perspective that is increasingly necessary for collaboration with diverse parties and across organizational boundaries. So humility is an important character trait that I believe that you need to have as an individual, especially if you agree that human existence is about togetherness, it's about collaboration. But let's look at a few signs that I have prepared for you, the signs that indicate that you are a humble person. And let's look at the first one. You remain grounded when you achieve. There are people who change when they start to achieve, but there are people who remain who they are when they achieve. And when I say they achieve, it could be achievement of their goals, it could be reaching financial status, it could be achieving great positions in organizations that they work in. But the reason why they remain grounded is because they are alert, they are aware of their strengths and their limitations. That is number one. And being aware of your strength and limitation is an indication to you that you know that you do not achieve anything of significance in this life on your own. There are others behind you, either as cheerleaders, either as mentors, either as people guiding you, or either as people providing resources to you. That is why people who are humble remain grounded when they achieve, because they know that whatever that they achieve is not only of their making, but most importantly, they know that they achieve because they've got a greater force above themselves that propels and helps them to achieve, which is their creator. So humble people will always remain grounded when they achieve. Let's look at number two. You respect yourself amid those you regard as higher than you. There is nothing wrong about acknowledging people for the positions that they occupy and providing or giving reverence to them for their positions. But that's absolutely wrong in my book for you to demean and erode your true essence because you are in the positions of people who are higher than you. Probably when you see a celebrity, for some people, they would go and ask for pictures. There's nothing wrong about it. They appreciate the stars that they see on TV, but it's something to worship the ground that they walk on. But people who are humble, they stand back, they appreciate them, and they take courage and inspiration from those people rather than to worship the ground that they walk on. So as a humble person, you will still remain yourself and respect yourself amidst these people that you regard as higher than you. Number 3, you are accessible and approachable. Some people, once they reach heights of success, they are no longer accessible, they are no longer approachable, they no longer know how to talk to other people. But because you are accessible and approachable, people come to you and ask for advice. People come to you and ask for guidance, and you even volunteer your time to mentor others because you believe, you know that you have reached success because somebody has made time for you, and that is why you are accessible and approachable. Your face says it, your demeanor says it, your body says it, that I'm inviting, come and ask for advice, and I will definitely give that type of advice. So when people come to you, they come because you are humble and you are accessible. And it does not mean that you don't have boundaries. Please don't confuse that. It simply means that you are a person that people can go to because they respect you, not because they want to take advantage of you. Point number 4. Humble people celebrate the success of others. So you find people, when somebody has bought a new car, they will find a fault with that car. When somebody's child has achieved something of value, let's say at university, then they will try to find a fault with that child. When a lady, as an example, has reached the heights in a corporate environment, people will find faults as to how they achieved those positions. But humble people, they don't do that. They celebrate the success of others because they understand that they are not the only people on this earth who have to succeed. So that's why they celebrate with others when they succeed, and they make it a point that it becomes the moment, the glory goes to the person that has succeeded. And they do not take the limelight from that person. They celebrate with this person. They make sure that this person who has succeeded at this moment feels it, that it is my time. When people are around me, they are celebrating with me. So as a humble person, celebrate the success of other people. Point number 5. You are not driven by the need to be right. This is very, very important. When you are humble, you don't justify yourself. You don't want to prove yourself to others that you know it all. Even if you have a connection to a particular principle, even if you believe in a particular ideology, you know that you don't have to always try to prove yourself to be right at all the times. You listen to other people. You listen to other people to make their points. And in some instances, even if you're right, you just stand back and allow other people to be right, because it does not take anything away from you by allowing other people at that moment to be right. It does not change your worldview. It does not change your perspective to certain things. And as a result, you stand back and allow other people to want to be right at that particular moment. The last one, which is most important for me, is that you have positive regard for others irrespective of their status. We live in a society where status means everything to other people, that someone of a low status, if I may say, of low economic status, might not mean anything in your world, to a point where some people will not greet you until they get to know who you are and what is it that you do. And only at that point, when they start to know your rank, your status, they want to come to you and give you accolades. Some people, when they come up, maybe not dressed in current fashion trends or not driving a particular car, people disregard them until they ascend the stage and they are announced as Professor so and so, or as the owner of these chains of stores. It is only at that moment that people want to give them the accolades. But you, as a humble person, you don't do that. You don't look people on the basis of their status and their positions. Whether they are poor, whether they are rich, whether they are tall, whether they are short, whether they are slender, whether they are fat, it does not matter. They are human beings, and you give them the respect because of them being human beings. It is said in this world where we live, where we use status as a barometer to interact with other people. So those are the 6 points that I wanted to share with you that shows that you are a humble person. And let me quickly recap them for you. You remain grounded when you achieve. You respect yourself amid those you regard as higher than you. You are accessible and approachable. You celebrate the success of others. You are not driven by the need to be right. And lastly, and most importantly for me, you have positive regard for others irrespective of their status. And let me tell you, my friend, if you can train and develop this muscle of humility, you are going to open doors for yourself. You are going to continuously grow and become a better person. Your relationships are going to be great relationships, and you will start to see many areas of your life progressing and becoming better and better, because the currency of success in this life is how we treat ourselves and how we treat other people. Until the next video, please come and join with us every Tuesday, where we will share some of the tips that will help you to grow and become a better person, a better leader in whatever area of life that you occupy. Thank you.